Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm the best in my world, and I am coming at you for my picks for Week 15 in the NFL. Let's get right on into it with tonight's Thursday night game of the Chargers versus the Raiders, and I'm taking the Raiders. Next up on the Saturday games, we have the Steelers versus the Colts, and I'm taking the Colts. Following that, we have the Vikings versus the Bengals, and I'm taking the Bengals. Next up, we have the Broncos versus the Lions, and I'm taking the Lions. On to the Sunday games, we have the Sunday night game of the Ravens versus the Jaguars, and I'm taking the Ravens. Following that, we have the Jets versus the Dolphins, and I'm taking the Dolphins. Next up is the Texans versus the Titans, and I'm taking the Texans. Following that, we have the Buccaneers versus the Packers, and I'm taking the Packers. Following that, we have the Giants versus the Saints, and I'm taking the Saints. Next up, we have the Falcons versus the Panthers, and I'm taking the Falcons. Following that one, we have the Bears versus the Browns, and I'm taking the Browns. Next up, we have the Chiefs versus the Patriots, and I'm taking the Chiefs. Next up is the 49ers versus the Cardinals, and I'm taking the Niners. Next one is the Commanders versus the Rams, and I'm taking the Rams. Following that, we have the Cowboys versus the Bills, and I'm taking the Cowboys. And on Monday night, we have the Eagles versus the Seahawks, and I'm taking the Eagles. Those are my picks, and I'll see you guys next week. Later.